Dear students, in this video we have to discuss fertilization and post-fertilization events. What is fertilization? What is fertilization? Fertilization is the fusion of male and female gamete. It is also called syngamy, the union of haploid male and female gamete to produce the diploid zygote is called fertilization. The process in which the gametic fusion occurs, the production of diploid zygote by the fusion of male and female gametes, haploid male and female gametes are called fertilization. This event is called fertilization. This is also called syngamy. Syngamy is synonymously used as an interchangeable with fertilization. So fertilization or syngamy that occurs in almost all organisms, sexually reproducing organisms, and you can see if fertilization is not occurred, what it is called? In some organisms like rotifers, honeybees, some lizards and some birds like turkey. We can see the development of female gamete into new individual or new organism without fertilization. New organism without fertilization, that is called parthenogenesis. So in this parthenogenesis, female gamete undergo development to form a new organism without fertilization, without syngamy. That is called parthenogenesis. In few examples like rotifers, honeybee, lizard, we can see parthenogenesis. Directly the female gamete develops into young ones. But in some organisms, fertilization takes place outside the body of an organism. That is called external fertilization. External fertilization. In most of the fishes and amphibians, we can see the external fertilization. In this external fertilization, the gametes are discharged to the surrounding medium, surrounding environment. In the water medium, the fishes and frogs that lays large number of eggs and large number of spawns are discharged by the males at the same place of the egg. So in this, there is loss of gametes, the male and female gametes. That is, the gametes are extremely vulnerable to predators. So it produces large number of gametes. Large number of male and female gametes are produced in this external fertilization. The frogs that lays large number of eggs in a place in the water medium. In the same place, the male discharges a sperm. We can see the fertilization, the union of male and female gametes in the water medium, and development takes place in the water medium, external medium, not within the body of female, outside the body of female. That is called external fertilization. The most important disadvantage of this external fertilization is the gametes so produced are extremely vulnerable to predators, and also it has to produce large number of gametes. That is very required for this external fertilization. So the fertilization that takes place inside the body of an organism, that is called internal fertilization. So in internal fertilization, the female is usually stationary and the male gamete is motile, that can move in the medium and reaches the egg for fertilization, or egg or womb for fertilization. So large number of sperms are produced, the male gametes are produced, and the number of female gametes gets reduced because it is present within the female body in a protected, assured condition. So the number of female gametes gets reduced and large number of male gametes are produced. So after the gametic union, after fertilization, the fusion of male and gametes which results in the formation of zygote. Zygote. So you can see the further development of zygote. We have to discuss the forced fertilization event. Forced fertilization events. Forced fertilization events. So all such events that takes place after fertilization and formation of zygote, that is called forced fertilization events. So after the formation of zygote, the zygote develops into embryo, embryo into young ones. But it depends upon the type of life cycle and the environment it present. In some algae we can see the fusion of two gametes, the isogametes, especially in Chlamydomonas or some other algae. So you can see the fusion of gametes, the gametic union that results in the formation of zygote. The zygote is diploid. The zygote so formed is diploid. The gametes are haploid. It exhibits only the haplontic life cycle. Haplontic life cycle. So in this haplontic life cycle, the organism itself is the haploid. Only the diploid phase is zygote. Zygote is the diploid phase. So in this, the zygote, after the formation of zygote, it undergo meiosis. Meiosis and produces the spores. Four spores. The four spores produced by meiosis, all are haploid. That lead the haplontic life cycle. But in some algae and fungi, so after the formation of zygote, it forms a thick resistant coat and it undergoes some period of rest during desiccation or unfavorable condition. Only after upcoming favorable condition, it undergoes meiosis and produces the haploid spores. Haploid spores. All spores so produced are haploid. Okay, in the haplontic life cycle. In diplontic life cycle, pteridophyte, gymnosperms, angiosperms and higher animals, we can see the diplontic life cycle where the zygote itself, the diploid zygote develops into embryo. It develops into embryo. Zygote is the vital link that ensures the continuity of one generation to another generation. In almost all organisms, the new life begins with a single-celled zygote. Even in human beings, the life starts with a single diploid cell, that is the zygote. So, the zygote undergo mitotic division, and it forms the embryo. So, you can see two important steps here, the cell division and cell differentiation. So in the first step, cell division, by repeated mitotic division, the cell divides into 2, 4, 16, and such a repeated division, it forms the morula, blastula, gastrula. So you can see the cellular differentiation, cell division and differentiation. These differentiated cells that forms different tissue into different organs. We can see the formation of organs, the embryogenesis, the embryo is produced. The animals are categorized into two groups, the oviparous and viviparous. Whether the development of zygote that takes place outside the body of the female or inside the body of female. If the further development of the zygote that takes place outside the body of the female individual, so that lays eggs, especially the birds and also reptiles that lays egg. So that egg is covered by a calcareous shell and it lays in a safe place in the environment. After a period of incubation, the young ones hatch out. In viviparous organism, the further development that takes place inside the uterus. So inside the uterus, inside the female individual, and we can see the development of embryo, and it gives birth to young ones. It does not lay eggs, it gives birth to young ones. After complete development of the embryo, the female delivers the fully developed fetus. It is called parturition. But in plants we can see, in flowering plants, we can see the formation of zygote and further development of the zygote within the ovule, within the embryo sac. So in female sex organ of a flowering plant, so you can see the gynoecium, this is the female reproductive organ, you can see a small ovule and egg. So after fertilization, the egg develops into zygote. The zygote so formed that develops into embryo. Immediately after fertilization, the pollination and fertilization, the calyx wither off, the corolla and the stamens that fall off. The calyx, corolla and the stamens, the androecium fall off, and only the gynoecium intact. We can see the further development of zygote. The zygote develops into embryo. The ovule develops into seed. And ovary develops into fruit. So you can see the further development of the embryo. So this, we can see the development of this embryo within the seed, the ovule that develops into seed, and we can see the formation of fruit. So the ovary, the wall of the ovary that develops into fruit. The fruit that contain a protective wall, that wall is called pericarp. So based on the fleshy or dry, we have to consider it may be dry pericarp or maybe fleshy pericarp. It may be fleshy in mango, but in beans, pea, it is a dry pericarp, thick resistant wall. After the dehiscence of the seed in favorable condition, the seed germinates and produces a new plant body. So this is the process of reproduction. So in this, you have to learn very important 1 mark questions. You can point out the different 1 mark and 2 mark questions and study in detail. Thank you. Thanks one and all.